Good morning. Oh, you guys. Good morning. I was like, what is that? One second. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is way earlier than most of you would even be on, so I know that. But I never sit down with you guys when I first get back in the morning, and so I figured why not. Sarah's taking a shower right now, and then I'll jump in the shower because we got things we got to get done. But I think I fixed it. Maybe, hopefully. I did some research and found out some loopholes in some of the information for Arizona. Because in the state of Arizona, I don't know if it's I gotta do some more research, but I do know that here where we are, you cannot leave a dog chained for no more than 15 minutes in an hour, right? So for every hour, 15 minutes. And so, you have to be able to, your dog can be outside chained for 15, and then you're supposed to release them from said chain, right? And that's, after doing some research, a stationary chain, meaning a chain that prevents them from access to, the space that is provided. And that means whatever's a closed in space. So if you have a 900 square foot yard, dogs should have access to the entire 900 square foot yard. And if they're confined to one side of said yard, then the confinement can only be for a 15-minute window every hour. So I was doing some research. Now, when we lived over, when we had Dobby and Luna, they were fence jumpers. And so we put in temporary runners, right? I don't know if you guys know what a runner is. It's a cable. So it's like a cable system, like a cable pulley system. And you string it from one side of the yard to the other. And then on that, you put clips which allow for the dog to get from one side of the yard to the other side of the yard, and then, side to side. But you put the clips to prevent them from making it completely to the fence, right? So they can get all the way, nose touch the fence, but won't be able to jump the fence. And you put the runners literally down the center so that when their cable is let out, they can make it from the other side to the other side. So they can come into they can make it to the house, and they can make it to the opposite fence on the other side of from your house, right? So they can reach literally every fence within the yard. So I went, because I had gotten rid of our cable system, our runner system, because we just didn't need it anymore. However, Denali has proven to be a very capable fence jumper. She doesn't like being in the house. She hates it. And we keep trying to bring her in because of the temperatures, but she doesn't want anything to do with it. She wants to be where she can play in her swimming pool, where she can play in the water, which she loves. You guys, this dog will stay soaking wet all day if you let her. Which all day yesterday, she played in the swimming pool and had her best life. And thinking it was only 103 yesterday versus 120. So she was living her best life. So I went and got a runner system. Got the runner system all hooked up. Wanted to test it out with her, see how she did. Hi, Misty. And she did fantastic on it. When I would come out, normally when I would let her out, she would either jump the fence immediately, or she would look at different avenues to get out. So usually she would last outside maybe 10 minutes before I would have to get her, because she would be out of the yard. As of more recently, hi Floyd, she would jump the fence almost immediately. So I would let her out and she would run down the stairs and take off. She would use that speed of getting down the stairs to launch herself over the 6-foot fence. Sarah's great. I'm doing great. I have a really bad stomach ache today. I think it's because I did not eat before I went running today, and now my stomach is hating me for it. Like, have you ever had that feeling when you were like so hungry, like your body's like, you need to feed me because now you're nauseous from not feeding me. But then again, it's that same nauseous feeling when I have a flare-up, so I can't tell whether or not it's because I didn't eat before I went running or because because it's still part of my flare-up. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused. It's a little worse this morning, so I'm thinking it's just mostly because I didn't eat before I ran. But I am having a coffee now. Usually I wouldn't drink my coffee until after my shower, but Sarah's taking a shower right now, so. That's hot. Ooh, okay. But anyway, so I got the runner hooked up. Hi, Leslie. So I got the runner hooked up and got her out there, got her on it, had her come to each side of the yard so that I could put the clips on. And let me just tell you what, she has full access to the whole yard. Maybe a little too much because on the one side she could totally jump. However, there's nowhere for her to go if she jumps the one direction anyway. So even if she's on the chain, there's literally a wall there, like the dirt wall to the neighbor's yard, because their yard is above us, right? So if you go into the side yard where the dogs are, the one wall is literally just all dirt. It's like a big dirt mountain that goes straight up, and it goes right up against our thing. So our fence is 6 foot, and then the dirt wall goes another, like, I don't know, I'm gonna say the dirt wall probably stands at about 9 feet, 9 feet. So she's not making it that far. As much as she thinks she's that talented, she's just not. And jumping at, like, there's a gap, there's like this much of a gap between the fence and the neighbor's dirt wall. So if she jumps right there, she's not gonna make it over as much as she would like to, because she uses the fence to get up on, and then she kind of like jumps herself. There's no way she's making it right there. She tried to yesterday and realized it pretty much stopped her because the fence hits the one spot and it brings her back. He's great, actually. He's doing really great. Yeah, and you did spell his name right. He's getting so big. We got him weighed yesterday and he was 14.4 ounces. So still on the smaller side, because he should be at 4 weeks old, should be at a pound or bigger. So he's still slightly behind, but he's catching up because each week he's gotten caught up quicker. So like this week he's just barely off by about 2 ounces. So, which is a big positive. So I think by next week he's going to be right within the normal range. And I noticed his cute little crooked ear, like his little bent ear, is starting to straighten out, and I have to say, I'm slightly disappointed. Because that little bent ear, oh my God. But yeah, he is such a good eater. Yesterday he had trouble eating. I think it's because his teeth came in. So he's now officially got his milky teeth in, like he's got his cute little tiny sharp ones on the top and bottom, and then he's got his milking teeth in the front. Hold on, Floyd, I'll tell you. And so yesterday he did a lot of chewing. As a matter of fact, he destroyed one more of the nipples that we had. So I really do need to go get kitten bottle nipples, like desperately, because we're down to 1. We started with 5 and he chewed 3 of them and I had 2 left. And yesterday he destroyed another one. I tried to introduce him yesterday because I figured he was chewing so much that I would try to give him his milk through a dish, like a little dish. He wasn't having that. So he wanted, like, he doesn't, like, he's still very, and I'm going to talk to the vet, I think today, because it is Friday. I'm going to get a hold of the vet because I'm a little concerned about one thing about Rigby. And so I'm going to talk with the vet today. He's still, even at 4 weeks old, very unsteady on his feet, like very unsteady. If he leans forward slightly, his whole body comes crashing forward, like he's too top heavy. Also, he walks very shaky still. Usually by 4 weeks old, they're pretty steady on their feet. They're pretty solid walkers by that point, and he's not even close. He has he uses his litter box, so he's litter box trained, which I love. Like he figured that out in like a day. I think we put the litter box in there. He peed next to the litter box the first time, so I put him in the litter box again and did that several times, and at each feeding, because you usually have them go potty before and after they eat. And it was the third time I stuck him in there, and it was after he ate, so his third feeding of the day, when he went into the litter box, he finally actually dug a spot and peed. Right now, it's not hot right now. It's like 89 degrees right now. It's gorgeous outside right now. It's only supposed to get to like 102 up here on the mountain today, which is heaven. Yesterday was only 103, and I spent most of the day outside yesterday because it was so perfect. Which I know most people are like, oh, I'd die. But when you live in temperatures like with 120 plus, it's like people who live in like 90 degree temperatures and it becomes like an 80 degree day. That 10 degree difference is amazing. The dogs had so much fun yesterday. I need to go get them another pool because Danny demolished the one pool a couple days back. She chewed a whole side. Good morning. Was that Katie? That is Katie. Hi, Katie. So she chewed a big hole, she chewed a whole section of the plastic on the pool off. So it's made that side a little bit weak. So when the water fills up, it starts to kind of bow outward. They have 2 of them in the yard now because she chewed up the other one. So I need to get another one because I try to make sure they have 3 pools spaced apart. Danny is insane when it comes to the water. And so I try to give it so that they each have a place that they can go without getting plowed over by her. She is, when I say she's rambunctious, this dog jumps and flips out and goes crazy when she's outside. And when I'm working with her, it's great because she has I have her attention and she's eager to please, which is great. When you bring her inside though, that's a whole nother story. When I brought her in yesterday, because I took them out yesterday morning before I was setting up the line. I brought them in because they were already in, but I took them out, went to the bathroom, brought them back inside, put her in her kennel, and then I stepped outside so I could go do the yard, get the yard cleaned up, because I try to do that every morning while it's cool out, rake everything, scoop everything up, make sure the yard is clean for the day. And you'd have thought somebody was murdering this dog in here. I'm not even kidding. She lost her shit. Sarah had to come up here and stop her because you could hear her all the way through into the neighbor's yard, without a doubt. And I was like, what in the heck? I mean, she hates being inside the house. So I had kenneled her because when we put her inside, if I'm not in here, she's going to destroy anything within mouth reach. So I put her in the kennel to go out and clean the yard. And usually Sarah's in here with her, so she usually doesn't react when she's kenneled. But this time, because Sarah came outside with me because I needed her to help clean up Danny got a hold of the foam bed cushion thing that's supposed to be for the doghouse, and just demolished it. So we needed to pick all that up, and it was everywhere. So with the fact that we needed to clean that, Sarah came down to help me hold the bag so I could put everything into the bag. Because I'd raked everything into a pile and used a shovel to pick it all up. She lost her crap, lost it. So Sarah came up here to quiet her down, and she was barking. We were like, holy cow. So once I let her outside yesterday and got her on the runner, of course I came inside, just to test out how she would behave. And then I went back outside to see what she was doing, and she was just playing. She was playing with her toys, playing in the water. She was soaking wet. And she goes bounding like a reindeer. I've showed you guys other videos of Danny when she's running. She does this leap thing. Unless you really are when you're here and see it, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen a dog do. She literally looks like a reindeer, like leaping through the woods. It's so funny. She does that when she's outside playing with the swimming pool. She just literally goes leaping through the yard into each pool, right? So she gets the zoomies and she'll start at one end and she'll leap through the one pool, plow through the dirt, and leap through the next pool. And usually by the end of it, there's hardly like maybe this much water left in the bottom of the pool and this much dirt. Because she just goes crazy and it's super funny, which is why we end up with 3 pools now, because it just makes more sense. Yeah. We also learned that we have to have 2 water feeders now, because when they're outside, because Danny has chosen that the one water feeder that she can have, that she has access to, that she can reach, she digs at it like she does with the swimming pool. So half the time she digs all the water out of the water feeder, like within a few hours. So I'm hoping now that she's got access to 2 of the pools really close to her, like where she can get to it. The other one, I've got it just out of her reach with the other water feeder, so the other dogs have that to get into without her like destroying it. Even though it's the one that kind of bows all funny, that one I know the other dogs are not like crazy like she is. Tonks likes to just get in the pool and just like gently lay himself down in it. Danny is just crazy. Prince Kelly, oh my god, how cute. Oh, excuse me. I have a good one for you guys. We can talk about cat names. So, I don't know if you guys know the backstory, but anyway, maybe some of you'll know who it is when I say the name. The lady who works for Saint, who is, you know, my, I guess you say my coordinator for Saint, for Rigby. She has several cats, right? But she has this amazing, beautiful, like, I want to say he looks like, you know, one of those, like a Russian like short-haired cat. Like, he's flipping gorgeous and he's solid gray, like from nose tip to tail, solid gray. Gorgeous boy. And he's a short hair. His name is Dorian Gray. Like, I love it. She took a picture of him last night, and she said if he wasn't so dang beautiful and that face wasn't so cute, you would never know that you'd never know this cat is the biggest bully. Because she also has several kittens at her house that she's fostering that still need homes. But I guess Dorian is being a big bully to them. Hi, Angel. And I thought, when I saw that his name was Dorian Gray, I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. One, because he's a stunning, beautiful cat. Stunningly beautiful. And 2, he's a complete bully. So if you know the story of Dorian Gray, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know the story of Dorian Gray, you should Google it. But I'll give you a little insight. Dorian Gray is about a portrait, right? A young man, I guess you could say, in a way, sells his soul. And so his soul, or who he is locked into the portrait. The portrait ages as time goes on, leaving him immortal, right? So he never ages, but the portrait does. And he sustains his beauty. But he's also not a very nice man. Like, he is very, he's very vain. And if you go into read the story, whatnot, in his regret at killing his best friend, because he kills his best friend, he tries to destroy the evidence of, you know, whatnot, so he stabs the painting. In the process of stabbing the painting, he destroys it, right? So he destroys the painting, which in turn immediately makes him age. And the painting becomes don't come over here. Okay. The painting becomes like this beautiful image again. Like, the character in the painting becomes this gorgeous image again of his younger self, but he in turn ages, which he ends up, of course, dying. Yeah. Says, yeah, thank you so much. We're all sad of his demise. Oh. But Pallavi, I'm hoping that you're feeling better today. I will tell you this because I know a lot of people say this. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get easier, but you learn to live with the ache and the emptiness, and as time goes on, you learn to cope. So I'm gonna hope that today's an easier day, and that his memory will continue to live forward with you guys, because that's rough. So I'm hoping that you're feeling better today. So Pallavi's uncle passed away, and so they were very, very close. They were, yeah. So it's not, like I said, my sister passed when she was 17, and I had just had Taylor, and I can tell you, it is not any easier today than it was the day that I found out she passed. I know. And so it's just that you learn to cope with it day by day. You learn to feel those feelings and let those feelings be a part of it. There's times where I look at Sarah and I see my sister.
Hello.
Like, so strong, because she has so much of my sister's characteristics, so much of, like, my daughter and my sister have the exact same nose. Like, Sarah looks a lot like me, and my sister and I resembled each other a lot, but we have very different noses. She got the J side of the family nose, the Indian nose, where I got the Wagner nose from the Wagner side of the family. So we got those different characteristics, but like our shape of our faces is very similar.
That's really funny, Mom.
My sister and I, Patricia and I, have the exact same eyes.
That I'm full-blood Indian.
Huh?
Nobody believes that I'm literally almost full-blood Indian.
Who?
Like, anybody.
Yeah, I know. Well, you.
And I was like, I'm almost full-blood. My mom and my biological father are Indian.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of other things in me too besides
Well, yeah,
Indian.
but I'm still
But
Indian. Like,
well,
most
yeah,
of
you have
most
a
me is
lot of
made
you.
up Indian.
Yeah, their bio dad,
Sperm donor.
sperm donor, is he's Cherokee Indian, like mostly just Cherokee Indian. They may have, I think they may have a couple of other,
Jacob's side
maybe
is Cherokee
Sarah.
and-
We don't say our last name on live. That gives way too much information out.
What did I say?
You said the last name. Yeah. But anyway, so it's okay. But their dad has a huge chunk of like just Indian, like mostly Cherokee Indian. My dad is Cherokee and Choctaw Indian. My mom, however, is a mix of German and other things. Yeah, well, if it's her brother, then yeah, I completely understand, because I lost my sister. And when you have sibling bonds like that, it's difficult. Sorry, I keep messing with my eye, but today, because it has gone down so much, but on this bottom part, it is bothering the heck out of me. But yeah, so this coffee is terrible. I need to fill up the water tank, because it's blinking at me. But anyway, so I need to still go jump in and get a shower so I can go to the store. Oh, by the way, you guys. Huh?
You already got dressed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, these are my, yucky clothes. Absolutely Pallavi. But you guys, I smashed my toe, which of course Sarah thought was, good job, Mom. I'm probably going to lose my toenail as it grows out. If you're following me on Instagram, if you swiped the photo, then you'll know. Because I put a warning photo first, so that if people that are squeamish about feet didn't have to see the foot photo. But the second photo was of my foot. And I think, I'm going to say about 85% of my toenail is black. No problem, Pallavi. But yeah, if you guys want to see it, just say so and I'll show you. Especially if you haven't followed us on Instagram, I'll show you what it looks like. But it is It's pretty gnarly. I can't bring myself to puncture it, and it doesn't have any pressure left in it very much anyway. My poor pinky toe is like swollen all to hell. But it's what happens when you drop a really heavy box on your foot, which is what I did. And because I am super talented at self-injury, like I have a knack for it, you guys. It's a talent, and it's not hidden either. It is a very blatant talent. Oh, I wish we could give you a hug too, sweetheart, because I know that what you're going through is rough. Just cling to your family. You know what I mean? Like, really be there for each other, because this is the time where everybody really needs each other. But, yeah, like, it's important to be there. I look rough this morning, but hey, guess what? I slept last night. You know why I slept last night? Because Danny slept outside last night. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Oh, that made me want to sneeze. But yeah, she slept outside last night. And, well, they all did. So, they didn't have the big cushy bed this time. But, yeah. Oh my god, my hair is getting so long. But yeah. So if you guys want to see it, I'll show you. But I'm not going to show you unless people want to actually see. But yeah, this thing's gonna, I have a feeling it's gonna end up falling off. As it grows out, that side is going to, it's gonna fall off. You know what I mean? Because there's a portion of it that's still very healthy. So I think that will be what kind of saves it. Katie. Sorry. Sarah sprayed her perfume, but for some reason you could spray that thing just barely a squirt and it fills the entire house. I learned that the other day because I sprayed just a tiny spritz of it and the whole place smelled like it. It smells so good though. Like, I love the smell of it. It's Primo, right? It's Primo? Yeah, Primo. If you love Giorgio, then you'll love Primo. I remember those commercials. Hi, gorgeous!
Right here.
You can't see your sister for your birthday. Here we go. We'll have the gorgeousness inside of it. We both wearing black shirts, except for mine has a rocket and a space on it. Because that's what it is. It's a rocket and a planet. Yeah, because of COVID. You know, here's the cool part. If you self-quarantine and stay away from anything, that means go nowhere for about 14 days. Give yourself 2 weeks. Your sister does the same on her end. Goes nowhere. That means absolutely nowhere. That means go get your groceries that you need for 2 weeks for staying at home. Get all your things that you need for a 2-week stay at home. And then stay home. Don't go anywhere. Do not expose yourself to a single person. Do all your walks and everything at home. I know. She lives in AZ. Yeah. But if you self-quarantine and you both do this, then you guys can make it a point to be able to come together. Pallavi said, hi, Sarah. But you guys will be able to come together because then you both have taken the time to make sure each of you is safe, not infected, whatnot. I think a lot of people keep missing that fact. Like, if family members or best friends or whatever, people get together, it's because they've taken the time to make sure that each side has done their part to stay safe and not expose themselves. So, yeah. This is my BB right here. I love this BB right here. I gotta do her hair again for her today. Trim it shorter. Oh, okay, Katie. Well, maybe your sister can come and visit you. Oh, my stomach hates me right now. So, oh. We're a little goofy.
We look like monkeys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hang in there, Pallavi. Hang in there. Oh, my stomach absolutely is so mad at me right now.
I have a boyfriend now.
You know,
I have a boyfriend.
The wee little toe. You do every year? Sorry. A wee little toe? Can I poke your toe? You can't poke your toe?
What?
Huh?
What happened?
Hold on.
Thumb.
We do every year. Food or... See you, Sarah. Aw, hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. Oh. She be gorgeous. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, look at them chins. What names do we got there? We got the Sarah. And what's her beautiful name? You got to give her a name. Like
Stacy.
Stacy. Ah.
She's getting all the boys.
Mm,
Leaving none for me,
Stacy's mom
goddamn.
has got it going on.
No, Stacy steals all the boys, Mom. She'll leave none
Stacy,
for me.
can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. She said she loves that name. Right? Yeah, I know, Pallavi. I know. Here's the thing, though. And I remember when we did this about my sister, when my sister's passing. We all sat around and told stories about really funny moments with my sister. Your best friend was named Stacy? Yeah. And so we told some amazing stories. Like, I've told my daughter these stories of my sister, and we all would sit and laugh, like, because my sister was known for being, woo, no falling over, tripped over your sandal.
No, I have to look now at you, so I'm really sorry.
Yeah. But my sister was really well known with all of us, amongst us siblings, of being an absolute space cadet airhead, like complete airhead. So there was things she would say or do, and it would just set all of us into absolute laughter because she was just so kind of out there. And so we sat around talking about some of our best moments of her really airheaded moments. And it was one of the most healing things to laugh and remember all the amazing things about her and all the things that made her who she was. And to, push forward through the hurt. Laughter is an amazing medicine. And yeah, you'll laugh and still feel sad, but it's okay to laugh, and it's okay to remember, and it's okay to take those moments in stride. And I think he would enjoy it if you all did the same thing. Remember the funny moments. You can set that right here so you can do your. I'll move this out of the way so that you can do that without being watched. But yeah. Oh Jesus! You need that big in, huh? You need to suck that face in. Whoosh.
No, not really.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, facey. No, you don't want that side. No. Nobody wants that side. We do not want my face that close to the camera. And Floyd said, "Hi, Sarah." Oh boy. Why did it make your face look like it got stretched? That's all. What's up, Sarah? That was from Angel.
A lot.
She's getting ready because we're going to go to the store. Go grab drinks and stuff. I think we just need something different to drink. We've been drinking water for days. I drank some coffee today. Well, I tried to drink some coffee, but the coffee just tastes like crap right now. I saw you. I heard you with your noises.
Can you do that? Have you seen the TikTok videos where there's like, no dessert tonight, girls?
Oh yeah, the sucking and pushing out of your bottom lip.
Can you do that?
Yeah, but I'm not doing it on camera.
Come on, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh my gosh. So today when we get back, I'm going to rearrange my bedroom space because I'm going to move my TV over here. And then I am going to set up my camera gear because I am going to start working on some art.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want the other half of my table over there, my desk area, to be so that it can just be an area for me to work, to work from.
You can't find your computer.
Your what? Your concealer?
My concealer, you dork.
That's what I thought you
Concealer?
were, but that's what you said.
The hell is a computer?
whatever you called it, that's why I was like concealer.
I called it a concealer.
It didn't sound like
I
it.
know my English, okay?
Mhm, sure you do.
I know the English.
No, we don't. We don't know the English. Both of us
Tell
can
anybody.
never. Neither of us can word correctly.
Don't tell anybody.
Because, wording is hard. Okay? Putting words together is very hard. Someone over here hasn't been to sleep yet. Right here on here, Katie.
My boyfriend.
She is, I guess you'd say she is internet friends with you guys from this perspective here, but
Okay.
not, she doesn't give out any of her personal account information for any
Got
of
my
her
Instagram.
personal. Yeah, she does have Instagram, so if you guys want to hit her up on Instagram, you can do that. I don't know if I don't think we have your Instagram linked in the description box. We'll have to add that.
I'm fabulous. Just got fired from my job.
Yeah. So, we're just waiting on her
Still on about that.
unemployment information to come back now. But, yeah, because apparently, I already knew this, but the state of Arizona, it's hard to make friends. Yeah, it can be. In the state of Arizona, you can fire people with no just cause, like for no reason whatsoever. You can just decide that, oh, I have too many people, and just people, which is kind of what they're trying to use as an excuse. Like, they had too many people on staff. Which is bullcrap. But they don't have to give a legitimate reason for firing you in the state of Arizona, because Arizona is what they call a right to work state. So you can work from the age of 14 up in the state of Arizona.
15.
No, it's 14. You can work in the state of Arizona. It's starting at the age of 14.
I thought it was only 15.
Nice, Angel. So yeah, Arizona is not required. Is she different abled? Huh?
I think she meant, is
I
she
think
disabled?
I think you were trying to ask, is she disabled? Sarah would
Mentally.
be.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
She has epilepsy.
I'm kidding.
Oh
my god.
She does have
I'm so
epilepsy,
sorry. That was not a
which
good joke.
they were aware of when they hired her. So, the only reason why we're pretty certain that was the reason they fired her.
Well, because he didn't give me any hours because
right.
I have epilepsy, because the other lady didn't want to
Then
work with me.
ADA, yeah, the Americans Against Disability Act. We already know that, which is why we filed against them, because they worked her 11 days straight before she had any seizures. She's had seizures before that, you know that. But I'm saying work-wise. She'd been seizure-free for quite a while, and she hadn't had any seizures in a while. She started working, between the stress of the job and, of course, her period, she had 2 seizures at work. One day, and we always count a cluster as one, because they kind of just group together, and then once she's through the cluster, it's over with. So she had a cluster the next day. She got through it, got right back on her feet, got back to work, finished her shift, no problem, right? One of the other employees decided that they don't want to work with her because they feel that it would hinder them being able to do their job if she has a seizure during their shift, and therefore would just call the paramedics and leave Sarah to her own until the paramedics got there. Which, by the way, who does that? That's an asshole move. Why would you leave somebody seizing on the floor and do nothing to assist them? And wait for the paramedic, and just leave her there while and see if the paramedics come. What if she does need rescue? You need to be able to listen to the instructions given to you by your employer. But because that lady has been working there for several years, they decided to go with her request and moved Sarah to 1 day a week, 4-hour shift, to only work with the manager during truck delivery day. And so that's what he did. And so Sarah was only getting 8 hours per paycheck. That's it, which is nothing. Nobody can do anything with that. And so she complained about it to the big boss. Heck, I drop everything and come down and work shifts and fill other people's shifts. So what the heck? Why would you, because one employee has requested not to work with me, you've decided to take all my hours away so that we don't have to work together? And because she complained, just after complaining, she goes in to get the schedule, and he proceeded to fire her. So, yeah. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just stupid. No. Beautiful.
Those are clown.
Oh my gosh. Well, she will. This one right here, I'm super proud of her. She's an amazing human. I created this thing. I created this human.
That was made in vagina. Sorry.
She got jokes. Oh my god.
I'm so gonna buy a onesie with that on it.
I still love that statement when she was like, I got kicked out of the Flat Earthers Club. Because I asked if the 6 foot social distancing had pushed anybody over the edge.
I mean, sure, I would ask the same thing.
I was like, oh, I love it. I love it. I got kicked out of the Flat Earthers Club because I asked if the 6 foot social distancing rule had pushed anybody over the edge.
In all honesty, though, you can't
One
blame
person
her,
the other
'cause I
day
would ask
asked
the
me
same thing.
if epilepsy was contagious.
Yes, very.
Oh God, don't let her touch you. She's having a seizure. You're gonna have one too. No, stupid. People ask some of the most outrageous, very common sense, like, answered questions. Like, sometimes I want to smack people. Just like right now, here's the thing that just as a kicker. I have really bad allergies, right? It's been windy, which means that dust gets kicked up out here. And I have a dust allergy. So I get congested, my nose itches, I cough a lot, I sneeze a bunch. And people right now are like staring at you, the death stare, because of this whole COVID thing. And it's like, okay, guys, seriously, it's allergy season. Relax. Yeah, that person definitely a moron. But yeah. But I want to get this stuff set up because I really like. I've been watching someone named Domo.
Just one piece of hair.
Yeah, Domo Stanton. If you guys do some research, Domo Stanton works for DC Comics. He has a Twitch channel, and he does what he calls 90-second challenges or 90-minute challenges. 90-second, yeah, that would be impossible. 90-minute challenges where he draws up a character from DC or Marvel and gets as much detail and stuff done in the character drawing in 90 minutes, right? And once it's done, it's done. Like 90 minutes is up, he has to put his pen down, done. Not allowed to make any corrections or whatever. And he's got to post them in that condition, and he doesn't use any, I guess you'd say, rough drafting through pencil, right? He doesn't do any pencil arting. He does strictly just with a pen, and then his, what does he call it? His shading pen, which is amazing to watch him work. And, wow. So he does it with his shading pen. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, allergies really suck, Misty. So I've been watching him, and I had made a statement, like, I used to do a lot of drawing when I was younger. Like, I have some really gorgeous drawings. I have an actual drawing that I did of Taylor when he was really little. I haven't drawn or sketched in years because my hands shake too much now. So when I try to sketch or anything, even, like, I've really been doing a lot of, like, adult coloring books.
Hey, guys.
Let me show you guys so that you guys can see. So I've been doing,
Clip. You had a clip up here. It was golden. Where's that clip?
It's not a clip. It's a hair barrette.
Clip.
You're not going to be able to get that to stay in your hair. Oh, it's this side.
You know how to use clip.
Ow. That one's really, like, tough. Hold on. I'll get this out so you guys can see. Oh, that was horrid. That was horrible. So I've been working on steadying my hand again, which has not been easy. I thought for sure, like, if I just kind of got to working with it, I'd kind of get the hang of it again. That's not the case. It has been a very, very difficult. Erasers, pack of erasers. But let me show you guys here. So I've been working with color pencil and stuff. So this is one I'm started on, that I've been working on. I don't know what that means, sweetheart. That one I can't decipher. A lot of times I can decipher like what you guys mean with something, but that one was a tough one. But anyway, so I got one of these, right? The Harry Potter color book, right? These are definitely mostly for like advanced art and coloring. So I ended up doing this picture. So I ended up doing this one, right? So I filled this one in, colored it, did some detail and shading in her jacket, stuff like that. So I'm trying to steady my hand.
You really need to go again.
To not let it like,
We need to go down, like, into actually, like, go down into town.
I gotta go check the P.O. box.
No, not just that, though. What I mean is, like, go downtown where, like, the Safeway is or whatever, and go to the Dollar Tree.
Oh, I know. Actually, we should do that because they'll have way cheaper things. We can get like 2 drinks for
like
50
$1.
cents.
And then,
Yeah.
like, everything's, like, $1 or less.
Yeah. So this book I'm going to be working on.
But if you want to go, I would go and get dressed or go and
I'm
take a
just going to
shower
go
or
in what I'm
whatever.
in, and then I'll shower when we get back. But yeah, so this is one that I'm working
You wanna
on.
grab the dishes?
It's
and then I'll
got
grab
so
clothes
many different, like, it's got all these different posters.
when we go down.
Yeah, well, we'll do that,
Grab
yeah.
the dishes and I'll grab the clothing.
And then I also have this one, but I don't know if I did any in here. I don't think I did any in here that are in here anymore. I think I took them all out. This one I really like. Like, I really love, like, these color pages because they're really, like, advanced. So you've got a lot of detail. Really good. Always looks good, though. You always ask that, but you always look really good. So, and then I have an inspirational quotes one. I don't know. Did I do any in here? I don't think I have. I think
I have.
I know
have the
you.
same
Well, I
book.
just say you have the same book, so
I mean,
I don't
can
remember
show
if I
them some
did.
of Mine, but I don't know if I have
no, I haven't
mine
done
here.
any in here.
I think mine's in the RV, maybe.
Yeah, your whole art kit's sitting in the RV. This one I really like because it has like things from like the Bible quotes. So I've got that one. This one I'm really disappointed in because it just did not come out. Like, I should have had a heavier hand with the color pencil, but I didn't. So when it's at a distance, it looks great, right? Not when it's close up because, one, you can still see all the numbers through it because it's like you pick out your colors, and of course I colored with the color pencil next to each one so I could pick out the right color pencil. But when you look at these up close, it's really bad. Like, you can, even through the black, you can see the numbers, and it's annoying. So I should have done a much heavier hand with it. But each of these pictures, this is how they start off, right? So it's just a bunch of just shape, like the exact same shape, repeated pattern over and over again. Like this one, look at this one. This one's gonna be insane. So you color these in using the graph at the bottom, the number chart at the bottom. But you really need to use a much heavier hand when you do these ones to get it started, to make it actually come together. Then Sarah got me this for my birthday. It's a Precious Moments coloring book. Because I had a beautiful Precious Moments coloring book, and her and Taylor got a hold of my book and decided to scribble over all the pictures that I had already colored. But how beautiful are these? Like, these are really beautiful. And there's no, like, I'm going to color that as Taylor and Sarah, because that's the same picture I had in the other color book. And I colored it in as Taylor and Sarah, and was going to post it up. Like, I was going to put it in a frame in her bedroom because her whole bedroom was Precious Moments. But they had destroyed the book. So, and then this is my sketch pad. So this has got all my Like this has got all my other like pieces in it. And then I started doing some hand sketching. I'm not done with this yet. This is gonna all bleed together with different flowers, and this is gonna become, that flower there is going to become something like this here. So once this is finished and I finish drawing it, it's gonna look something like that. Not as intricate as that, but it will be pretty close to something like that. So this is just like the starting of it, and I've got a lot more to do on there. So this will be my sketch pad that I'm going to be utilizing when I start working on, when I start streaming it. So here's the thing though. When I start streaming over on Twitch, which is where I stream, when I do my streaming, I forgot to put these back in there. Not a lot of you guys turn out over there. And I won't be doing like live streaming in that sense on YouTube. One, because I'm affiliated with Twitch. So being a Twitch affiliate, any type of like the genre type stuff that I do, like my gaming or even my artwork type stuff, is all done over there. I don't stream any of that type of content over here. Oh, that is cute. I'm a princess. Okay, you're definitely a Disney princess. You have the face for it. I'm literally Rigby in that picture. Why did I just become Rapunzel? My eyeballs are literally Rigby right now. Sorry, Sarah's playing with Snapchat. Why does that fit your face so well? Good Lord, will you stop putting it on me? I literally, like my eyeballs literally are the only thing on my face left. This book right here, you guys. This book is amazing. If you know anybody who loves coloring, right, who loves to do any kind of sketching, and wants to learn how to do like shading and stuff, this is the reason why I got this. I'm trying to learn how to do shading when I'm doing art. This book is amazing. So I'll just go right here. Oh no, not that one. That one is horrid because for some reason Ariel's face in that one is just. So in this book, I'm going to show it sideways because it fits the camera better. You get the picture, right? They give you a color reference. Then on the other side of it, they give you the actual picture. There's no shading, there's no fine lines. It's just a very blunt outline photo of just your basic outlines. So when you color it, you have to add, like, see how there's like all this shading in her dress and everything? And none of that available on this side, right? There's no shading or anything. So when you do this, you're gonna add all your shading in to give it the actual look of the dress and everything. Excuse me. This thing is super thick. Like, it has everything. One of my favorite scenes from Bambi. That's funny. So this one is like a scene from Bambi, right? You've got the possums in the trees, the shading of the tree and everything. And then you've got just the regular basic photo. So then you go through and you add all your shading and everything. So that's what I want to learn, like, big time. So, which is really crazy. Like when you look at this, when you look, Sarah, see how this cloud is right here? It doesn't look anything like that right here, but once you actually add your shading in, it's going to come out really well. Google thinks they are slick with those chrome rims. Most time Chrome means like Chrome, but they run around with Google Chrome rims. But I have to admit, some of the pictures, like, why does she look like she's saying, duh? I'm not kidding. Why does Cinderella look like she's saying, duh? She's like, duh, and he's like, eh. The one of Ariel in the boat. Yeah, that one had me. That one's actually a good, that one they did good on. But, okay. Poor Wendy. Yeah, that one's okay, except for that. He looks like he's in pain. But there's one at the beginning of the book, and it's Ariel and Prince Eric in the boat. And Ariel's face in the very beginning looks like, and she's like, I'm not kidding. It's literally that face. Very well done. March. August. Yeah. We blinked, it was August. What happened? I like when somebody else posted about the, wait, did we miss the murder hornets? I think we missed the murder hornets. I think we skipped murder hornets because it was literally like stated one day and then it was gone. I was like, okay, wait, what happened?
It's freaked up.
I wish for a million more wishes. But yeah, so this is my kit, right? So I've got all these colors. Oh, I don't know how, but you used the wrong formula and got the right answer. Yeah. I've seen people do that. Wish we can meet. This sucks losing him. I know, sweetheart. Hang in there, babe. Hang in there. But guess what? I made a huge improvement. So, here's the thing. Usually when I open a book, right? I start a book. I usually don't put said book down until book has been read from cover to cover. It took everything I had in me, all my willpower, to put said book down last night and go to sleep. I read, how many chapters of it? Let me look. I don't even know what chapter I'm on. I think I'm on chapter 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, Okay. But anyway, so I read 5 chapters last night. If you're wondering what I'm reading, I am reading the new Stephenie Meyer book, Midnight Sun, from Twilight, from Edward's perspective. She finally finished the book and released it. Now, if you read the rough draft that she released on her website, because somebody else had already leaked it, so she went ahead and released the rough draft. She made some huge changes from the rough draft. There's an entire added section in the actual book that is not in the rough draft, which I'm glad she did, because there was a part in the rough draft that, like, you get this jump of information and you're like, wait, how'd you come to that conclusion? She fills that in for you. So it makes a lot more sense. But yeah, so I'm actually excited to see what else she added or took away from the actual book from the rough draft. Because so far I have found 4 distinct changes in just the first 5 chapters, which I'm really happy with, because when I read the rough draft, I was like, wait, what? And can we maybe pick a little bit different wording there? And she did. She changed up. Like, that's the best part about writing. When you're writing, that's why it's called a rough draft. Because it's very roughly written. It's very like put together. Here's the simplest of terms to get what I want said. And then you go back through and you revise things so that you can find better word choices, better word options. Take away words that you're repeating too often and change them for a word that means the same thing or something similar, but it doesn't sound like it's repetitive. That's what goes into writing. It's a lot of work. This is why usually when you write something such as a book, you do a rough draft, you're probably going to have about 5 or 6 rough takes before you're finally satisfied with the final product, where you're like, okay, yep, we're going to publish that. So the fact that somebody tried to leak her very initial first rough draft, and she was only 13 chapters in, is pretty damn horrible. And it was a very, very rough take. Quite a few misspellings, quite a few grammatical errors, some really poor word choices. And you know what? That's how it's supposed to be when it's a rough draft. No disappointment for me there. I didn't read it until she released it. Like I knew that there was a rough draft that had been leaked. Her PR team and whatnot did a really good job of trying to find everywhere that it got leaked to get it removed. But when Stephanie released it on her website, I read it from there. I thought, well, she's released it. I'd like to see where she starts to where she comes out. And I'm so glad I did, because seeing the major changes she made from the rough draft to the actual book, I'm in love. But let me tell you what, now that I've started reading this, I'm 5 chapters in, almost to chapter 6. Getting ready to start chapter 6. And I can say that I really, really, really hope that she does the next set of books from Edward's perspective. Because there is so much that happens in New Moon on Edward's side that we don't see. Because if you've read the franchise and you've read the books, New Moon is all just Bella and Edward having left, right? Edward has left in New Moon, thinking he's protecting her. So the very first couple of chapters, he's there. But then the huge chunk of the book, except for like the last 2 or 3 chapters, Edward is gone, right? It's just her and Jacob. There's nothing about Edward other than what she's perceiving to get from him. She has his mental voice. She doesn't see him physically, but they had to kind of do a physical representation in the movies, because otherwise it just wouldn't have made sense. So you had to give a visual element to a mental element from the book. So in the book, she mentally hears him, like he's in her head, what he would say to her if he was actually there. But that's all you get in any sense about Edward in the book. So it would be amazing to see and hear from Edward's side of things during New Moon. Like, I would love to know what he was doing in that, like, 20 some odd chapters of the book. What was he doing to occupy himself? What was he doing? Was he ever actually coming in to peek and see what she was up to? Was he actually watching her? He's the one that's, he keeps in contact with Alice and the family, but he stays away from them because of the state of mind he's in. So how do we, what's that communication like? I would love to know. I think in Eclipse it'd be really good to know Edward's point of view from the teaching the wolves how to fight, the conversations going on between all the Cullens during the entire series, like during that entire book. That would be great to know. And then to have Edward's perspective through Breaking Dawn, through the marriage and all that, that would be amazing. I was around 2 p.m. when we received the news. Yeah, I know, Pallavi. I know. That's rough. Yeah, I found out like 9, 10 a.m. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning when I found out that my sister had died. Because we already knew that she was having some, because she was already going through chemo. And my aunt showed up at my house. And I opened the door, and my aunt is just bawling her eyes out. And she came to tell me that my sister had passed away that night. I thought something else had happened to her and her other half. And so I didn't even think for even a second that it was my sister. And until she said my sister's name. And then,
We gonna go?
yeah, we're going to get out of here. Anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. Sarah and I got to go to the store. I got to go check the P.O. box. So we're going to run downtown. Yeah, I hear you, Pallavi. Hang in there, sweetheart. Like I said, reach out with your family. Stay close to family. Yeah, my stomach hurts so bad. So I definitely need something like to drink that's going to settle my belly. But yeah, so you guys take it easy, and we'll see you guys in the next video.